I'm Isaac Barkley from Woolpack Mortgages. We're going to discuss paying off your mortgage. Whether you're remortgaging, moving home, or clearing the balance entirely, it isn't just about sending the lender a lump sum. There's a whole process happening behind the scenes, and it can make the difference between a smooth, cost-effective redemption and a stressful one. As a mortgage broker, I know all about it, and here's what you need to know. So for redemption figures, there's a no further payments assumption. So when you or your solicitor request a redemption statement, it's usually calculated on the assumption that no further payments will be made before the redemption date. So the figure includes the outstanding capital, interest up to the redemption date, and any fees due like early repayment charges or admin fees. So if you're still making monthly payments in the meantime, the actual amount you owe will be lower, but the lender won't automatically recalculate unless you ask. That's when timing matters. So this is why you should consider moving your payment date ahead of time. So if your redemption date is close to your normal monthly payment date, you could end up overpaying, sometimes by hundreds or even thousands of pounds. That's because the redemption figure assumes that payment won't be made. By moving your payment date earlier in the month, you can avoid large overpayments that need to be refunded later, keep more of your own money in your account. Also remember that direct debits are raised 5 working days in advance, so last minute changes usually aren't possible. And lenders won't proactively adjust your payment date for you. You need to be proactive yourself. In terms of direct debit indemnity claims, you can get your money back faster. So if your lender takes a monthly payment close to redemption, you might be due a refund. But waiting for the lender's standard refund process can be slow. Instead, you can use the direct debit guarantee to make an indemnity claim for your bank. This refunds the payment quickly, often the same day. You don't have to wait for lender processing, and it's especially useful if you just switch to a new mortgage and are paying both. Your bank reclaims the funds from the lender afterwards. You don't have to chase them. In terms of consideration, another one, you have your online banking payment limits. So most banks have online payment limits. So if you're paying off your mortgage above that limit, you may need to split the payment into more than one transaction, call your bank for a higher limit with extra security checks, or go in branch and use CHAPS or faster payments. Just bear in mind there is a charge around £20 for most CHAP payments. You can use a banker's draft to put certified checks. CHAPS has no upper limits and clears the same day. As discussed, there is usually a fee. In terms of solicitor access to lender exchange, this is something to consider. So if your solicitor has lender exchange access, they can often request a redemption statement online and receive it the same day. This speeds things up dramatically. But if your account is in arrears or litigation, the process is slower and handled manually. Always tell your solicitor if this applies. Also, the address that the solicitor is inputting onto lender's exchange, it doesn't need to match exactly what the lender has. So just ensure that the solicitor has checked with the lender with exactly what the address they have on file for you is. In terms of refunds from the bank, so in terms of the default with that, refunds are usually sent back to the direct debit funding account. But in some cases, like splits, this may not be appropriate. So be proactive and tell your lender or solicitor if you want the refund handled differently. So in terms of some of the key takeaways, redemption figures assume no further payments. Adjusting your payment date in advance can save you from overpaying. Direct debit intents and claims can get your money back faster. Online banking limits may apply, so plan ahead. Solicitor access to lender exchange can make the process fast. However, both your lender and the solicitor would need to be present on it for that to work. In terms of refunds, they're set to default in most instances to the original funding account. So if you wanted a different arrangement to that, be proactive in contacting your lender or solicitor about it. And with that, we have paying off your mortgage overcome.